Welcome to She Trusts Herself, the podcast for women who are learning to trust themselves, honor their inner voice, and choose themselves without guilt. I'm your host, author, guest speaker, and certified human design reader. Together, we'll explore overcoming self-doubt, building deep self-trust, personal growth, and stepping into the next version of yourself with confidence. In today's episode, I want to talk to you about how to move from self-doubt to self-trust. And I truly believe that the antidote to self-doubt is increasing your levels of self-trust, because doubt and trust can't coexist. The ways to overcome self-doubt, especially if it's a common theme within your life in terms of how you feel when you're approaching new things, or even things that you know that you're capable of, but your mind goes, I don't think you're good at this, or someone else is doing it better, whatever that internal thought may be. There are ways to work through that and not let it cripple you or be debilitating for the rest of your life. And that is to start building those levels of self-trust. And that's a way of proving to yourself that you are capable. So when those thoughts do pop up, you can go, okay, I hear what you're saying. However, I have the proof to disprove your theory and to tell you that you are wrong. And I'm going to work on lowering the noise when you try and speak to me. And I'm going to turn up the volume of knowing that I am good enough to do this. And I have done it before and I will do it again. One of the things that works quite well is doing new things. And this may seem counterintuitive, because when you do new things, your ego likes to go, oh, well, it's brand new. You're not going to be good at this. And it wants you to be perfect or fantastic at it first go around. You may not be willing to make mistakes and kind of fumble your way through it until you get to a point where you're more confident and capable of it, such as at a job, starting a new business, or just trying something else that's completely new to you. The reason for doing the new thing, as uncomfortable as it is that it allows you to prove to yourself that you are capable of doing it. So it actually shuts doubt up once you achieve it. The reason why doubt can feel so loud and forceful, whether it's with those internal thoughts that you have, or even if it's a feeling within your body, it's because your mind is trying to keep you safe. It sets off red alarm bells in your mind and in your body to go, you're exiting your comfort zone. You're no longer safe. I need to keep you safe. Therefore, stay in your comfort zone, stay in your lane, stay in your box. Don't do the new thing. Just keep doing what you're doing. Even if you hate it, I know that you're safe. If you can push through those thoughts and go, okay, I hear you. I understand where you're coming from, and I appreciate that you're trying to keep me safe. However, I am ready to expand my comfort zone. And although this feels very uncomfortable right now, if I keep going, it's actually going to expand my comfort zone. And this will feel safe and normal for me if you give me a chance. Then that is the best way to do it. With that, you also disprove doubt, but also build that trust within yourself. Because once you've done that new thing, you can go, okay, look at me go. I've done something that I didn't think I could, yet here I am doing it. It also allows you to be a beginner at something as well, which as adults, we don't necessarily seem to like doing. And I don't know whether it's because we live in an age of social media, or if we're just so used to comparing ourselves to other people, regardless of whether they're 5 stages ahead of us, or they might be a master at the craft, whereas we're just beginning. But we seem to forget that everyone was once a beginner, and we just want to get to the part where we're fantastic at something. But it actually takes time and commitment and building those skills to get to that point where we're fantastic at it, but we don't necessarily want to put in that time and work. We just want to fast forward to that part. We just need to allow ourselves to be a beginner, so then we can become a master at it. Or if the intention isn't to become a master, just at least better at it and know that you can do it. Another way to build self-trust is just calling out the thoughts of self-doubt when they appear in your mind and not getting too attached to them. So one way that you could do this is through meditation and just sitting there. And when you are feeling doubt coming in, is just letting it do its thing and going, okay, I will let you have your moment. You have the floor. Tell me all the thoughts, and I won't get attached to them. And you can just hear what's popping up in your mind. And from there, you can either journal on it, or you might want to do some affirmations to help you work through that and overcome those self-doubts. You might even want to do the action as well, because that decreases the feelings of doubt. To give you a personal example, if I let doubt win, I wouldn't be an author right now, because both times that I have written my book, throughout the entire process, feelings of doubt have come in, and sometimes it feels like it's screaming at me. I choose not to let doubt win because my why and my vision is stronger than that feeling. And I go, I know that I can achieve this, and I appreciate that you're here. You're not going to stop me. And so I work through those feelings and thoughts of doubt and come out the other side. The feelings dissipate until the next project. I've had that when I started this podcast as well, which is why it took me a little while to do, because I thought, well, people want to listen to this podcast. Can I say things that are of value? What are the episodes going to be about? What am I going to call it? That's something that can happen, especially with larger goals, where we talk ourselves out of it before we've even begun, because we might have that energy and be willing to do it, but then doubt creeps in and goes, okay, but what about this, this, and this? So rather than focusing on the first step, like you were really psyched to do and to get started, doubt goes, okay, sure, maybe you can do that first step, but what about the rest of the staircase? I don't think you can do that. That knocks you about. If you allow it to win, then it could stop you in your tracks completely, and you might just give up. Maybe there have been times in your life where that has happened, and I know it's definitely happened in my life. It's really hard because you go, oh, I would have actually started that if doubt hadn't crept in, or if I hadn't paid attention to those thoughts and thought them to be true. We've all been there, and if you're going through that at the moment, there are ways to overcome that. To give you my top 3 tips in terms of overcoming self-doubt, it is taking action, because doubt prefers it when you're standing still. It likes to feed off inaction and hesitation. Another thing to do is pay attention to the thoughts, but don't get attached to them, which is easier said than done. You're going to have those feelings of doubt, but it doesn't mean that you have to believe that they are the absolute truth or that it means anything about you. And the third is to prove doubt wrong, especially when it wants to shout at you and keep you safe. You can go, okay, I get where you're coming from, but I have done these things previously and I've been fine. You've warned me off trying to do something and I'm fine. You are not your thoughts, especially when it comes to doubt. So it's just having that internal backing and knowing that you are capable of achieving it, even if you don't know what the full picture is yet, especially with those bigger goals or even a smaller goal. You might know the first step, but you're going to figure the rest out as you go once you're in motion. And majority of the time that works out better anyway than trying to have a plan and stick to it, because majority of the time, unforeseen things happening. And if you close yourself off to opportunities by trying to stick so rigidly to a plan, then it may take longer, or it may not work the way that it could so beautifully if you just allowed it to evolve naturally. And that's a wrap on another episode. If this one resonated with you, I'd love for you to subscribe to the podcast so you don't miss any future conversations, and share it with someone else who's learning to trust herself again. You can connect with me on Instagram, Tash, where I share more about self-trust, personal growth, and human design. If you'd like to go deeper, you can explore my books and offerings, all designed to support you as you build self-trust and step into the next version of yourself with confidence. Until next time, please remember that you are not too much or too little. You're just you. Keep choosing yourself.